Excavations fossils are also known as hooves, as this term applies to some groups of mammals that have 4 feet with hooves, and hooves are defined as thick skin tissue that grows and extends to the front and back ends of the animal, and the hoofed mammals consist of 3 groups, which are fossils with individual fingers such as horses and rhinoceroses, fossils with marital fingers such as pigs, camels, deer and cows, and attached fossils such as elephants, and in the following will be explained by explaining about the horses and their breeds and their uses, and also some information will be provided on the process of taming the horses. A horse. A horse is one of the hooves mammals that are characterized by long tails, short hair, muscular trunks, and long and thick necks, and horses have been found all over the world. Horses have been found on the ground more than 50 million years ago, so they were discovered in North America and then spread in all of Asia and Europe, and it is possible that the length of the horse from the hoof to the shoulder is 175 centimeters, and its weight may reach 998 kilograms, but there is a breed of horses small in size that does not exceed 76 centimeters from the hoof to the shoulder, and the weight does not exceed 54 kilograms. As well, there are more than 400 different breeds of horses in the world. Horses are defined as very social animals, as they are found in the wild in the form of groups called herds, and the herd consists of 3 to 20 individuals, female and their young, and the herd is usually driven by an adult horse called the stallion, and horses are also known as herbivores that feed on plants, so the horse must be fed throughout the day to get enough food to produce the energy needed for it. The period of pregnancy in horses usually lasts about 11 months, and young horses are called colts, so that the dowry becomes adult when it reaches 3 to 5 years of age, but the stallion expels male ponies from the herd after the arrival of a dowry to the age of 2 so that each one of them flock with a number of females later. The horse breeds. The first horse breeds in the world were developed in Central Asia, as wild horses were small in size, light in weight, and full in body. Humans paired them to obtain the qualities they wanted, and all modern strains of horses can be classified into 3 main classifications, namely, light horses, heavy horses, and intermediate horses. Here are some of the most important examples of horse breeds. Arabian horses. This type of horse is characterized by intelligence and endurance and was developed in the Arabian Peninsula by the 7th century AD, and this type of horse is distinguished from the rest of the strains by having 23 paragraphs while the other strains possess 24 paragraphs in its body, and this horse can be described by its small size, prominent eyes and back. Short and gray color prevails on this type of horse. Authentic horses. This type of horse is bred for racing or is used to improve local breeds, which is a horse with a small head, a deep chest, and a straight back, and its legs contain short bones that allow him to take long steps, and this type of horse predominates chestnut and brown. The Anglo-Arab horse. This breed originated in France by pairing purebred English horses with pure Arabic ones so that their size is larger than Arabic and smaller than purebred, and they have a chestnut color, and this horse is characterized by its ability to carry heavy weights on its back. The horse uses. Horses all over the world play a role in many human activities, and countries that rely on horses in many fields have developed clothes that are suitable for horse riding, such as waist belts and headgear, and in what follows are some of the horse's uses in different areas. Sports. Horses are trained in a variety of sports competitions, such as show jumping and equestrian, and winning these competitions depends on the style and ability of both horse and rider, and a large part of the economy is linked to the betting related to these races. Business. There are many jobs that horses perform well, such as helping the police control crowds, work in livestock care, and in agriculture, and they can replace cars in rough terrain. Wars. Horses were used in wars in most of the ancient historical eras, and although horses were replaced by vehicles and modern equipment, horses are still used in some military fields, such as reconnaissance activities, movement in rough terrain areas, and celebrations. Entertainment and culture. Horses are used to reenact historical episodes in cinematic and literary works. Horses are also used to preserve cultural and festive traditions. Some countries, such as the United Kingdom, still use the horse to pull carriages to transport kings and important figures. Therapeutic use. Horses are used to motivate people with special needs, whether for mental or physical reasons. Horseback riding may help in improving balance and increasing self-confidence. Horses are also used to help treat some psychiatric illnesses such as anxiety disorders, mood, and some behavioral problems. The right environment for horse breeding. Horses need a special shelter to protect them from natural phenomena such as wind and rain, as well as large areas to train and preserve their health. It is possible to keep these animals inside a barn or stable, and these barns and stables are often well ventilated, as horses can catch respiratory problems in the event that the environment in which you live is moist and unclean, and the horses also require clean water, herbs or fodder all the time. The horses must be fed on a daily basis but in small quantities on intermittent periods instead of feeding them a large amount in one batch. Usually, the density of horsehair increases in the winter, which helps to keep it warm, but in some cases, such as disease, old age, various injuries, and in the case of deliberate hair cutting, a special blanket for horses must be placed in order to protect them from the cold, but in the summer they must be available for horses' shaded areas you can resort to at any time.